If you're anything like me, you don't have money falling off your pocket. You're probably still renting and you're making music from your bedroom, but you still want your music to sound professional and to sound the best it can. So you're thinking about putting some acoustic treatment and putting some panels up, but you don't really know how to do it. So I'm going to tell you today how to do it so you don't make this kind of mistake. And that's not what you want to do. So let's dive straight into it, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. Welcome to another episode. I'm Marlock, singer-songwriter, music producer, and electronics engineer. And today we're going to check how to put those bad boys up without damaging your walls. So as you can see, I've got some bass traps on the side, and also, well, you don't really see it, but you'll see it later. They're up there in the ceiling. There's a foam bass traps, but obviously this principle applies to any other like foam panels or foam acoustic treatment. And the main problem that you have with them is that because they're a porous surface, they don't really stick, right? Then you cannot put double-sided tape and just simply put them against the wall or in your ceiling where you struggle a little bit more. So it requires a bit more of a process, but worry not, because I'm going to show you exactly how I've done it. And it's very simple and very easy to remove. You can clearly see here that right at the top, we're missing one of the acoustic panels, so one of the bass traps, so that's exactly the one that we're going to put up. But I also wanted to show you how I put the ones in the corner, because I actually put two of them on top of each other, pressed against the ceiling, and basically just wedged them. So you saw like a little bedside table and then some books and stuff, and literally a wedge. So that keeps it up against the wall and actually just holds them in position. But for the ones against the ceiling, you cannot really do that, because obviously you need them to hang somehow. So what you're going to need for this is obviously the acoustic panel. Then you're going to need scissors, double-sided tape, adhesive spray, and cardboard, which I got from the actual box the acoustic panel came in. All these materials are going to be linked in the description, so you can go and buy them from Amazon if you want to. The first thing we're going to do is take the panel and put it on the side, because we're going to spray the adhesive. So cut out the cardboard so it fits inside the panel. So leave yourself some margin at the top and also at the bottom, and of course on the sides. That's because you don't really want to see the cardboard. You just wanted to have it there so it's a smoother surface, so it sticks, because as I said, the actual panel is a porous surface and then it doesn't stick very well. The cardboard has two sides usually, one which is smoother than the other one's more corrugated. So make sure you have the flatter side, the smoother side facing out. So that's what's going to go against the wall, because that'll give you a little bit more grip. Now we're going to put adhesive on both the panel and the cardboard. Be very careful when you spray this, so it is really sticky and it can damage your furniture and some other bits and pieces. So make sure you only put it inside the surface and you're trying to glue. So I would leave myself a little bit of margin on both things. Also, please ensure that you do it somewhere with good ventilation, because for health reasons you don't really want to do this indoors really. Now I'm just sticking it out, putting it in place, and making sure that it stays tight, that everything is glued in, that the cardboard is in the right position, and just pressing it against the table to make sure it sticks properly. Just double checking, that it did stick properly, and then we're going to move on to the other side. And again, it's the exact same process. So, we add the adhesive spray into the bass trap and then the cardboard, and we're just going to literally put it together. Again, please, ventilation, super important. make sure you do this in a ventilated space. So I did it in my balcony. And now when we're finished gluing the cardboard to the trap, what we're going to do is just leave it there to dry out for a bit. I left it for about 40 minutes or so. Just go get a cup of tea. What we're going to do now is to cut the double-sided tape and stick it to the cardboard. So what I tend to do is put some of them in vertical and some of them in horizontal, because I found that that's a much better way to actually get it stuck to the ceiling. It gives it a little bit more strength. And the reason why I use double-sided tape, and this is like, I've tried a few of them. This one is from a brand called Mammoth, I think. Link will be in the description. But anyway, the reason why I use this one is because it's actually quite easy to get off the walls or the ceiling or whatever you stick it to. But at the same time, it is quite strong, so it holds the panel in position. I'm just sticking it. So you can see I did the sides first and then top and bottom. To be honest, that's quite a lot of tape, so you can probably get away with a little bit less than that. And now we're going to do the other side in the exact same way. Once we got that, what we're going to do is just let it settle for a bit. So I let it dry out for usually like a couple of hours or so before I put it up. Next step is literally peeling off the double-sided tape, which, believe it or not, it takes quite a long time. It gets sometimes a little bit difficult, but I don't really know why I just peel them a little bit and not take the entire protection thing off. You'll see me doing it on the other side, but yeah, you don't really have to do it that way. Once you have peeled them all off, we're ready to actually install the panel. So first of all, be very clear about where exactly you're going to put it. I would recommend trying it out before you do any of these processes, or even like before you put the double-sided tape at least. Go figure out where to put it and try to fit it in, because it's very important to fit it in at an angle, because otherwise you could stick only the top or the bottom, and then you actually get, you know, some kind of gap between the ceiling and your panel or the wall and your panel. So you definitely don't want that. You want your sort of corner to slot in first and then squeeze the panel up before you start pressing harder, which is what I'm doing here. So you see me literally having to pull it out a little bit and put it back in just to make sure it is in the right position and that it sticks at the top and the bottom. And then after that, as you can see, it's just a matter of pressing it against the wall and ceiling, making sure that it is stuck there. This is the final result. So it could look a little bit better if you spend time. They're very difficult to line up, but I guess if you spend a bit more time and you're really fussed about it, you can make them to line up perfectly. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please click on that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's the way you can actually support me, and I will be grateful forever, and I will see you very soon.